I spend a lot of time on reddit.com. If you're not familiar with Reddit, it's a social news site where people can submit links and vote them up or down. And these submissions are ranked according to how many points they have, so the most highly rated links will rise to the top. Now, I've been on Reddit for a few years now, I moderate a couple sections, and I'm pretty familiar with some of the underhanded tactics people use to promote their submissions. And over the past week, a user named georedd has taken this to an extreme. He has been submitting numerous stories about healthcare reform, and he invariably demands that everyone vote them up in order to counteract the effects of insurance lobbyists who are allegedly paid to vote these stories down. Now, there is no evidence that anything like this is actually taking place. Many stories about healthcare reform have achieved prominence on Reddit without being suppressed or systematically voted down. georedd is using a non-existent threat to coerce other users into voting his submissions up. And the worst part is, people are actually falling for this. One of his submissions received over 6,000 points, which is extremely uncommon. However, some people are beginning to understand what georedd's been doing, and they're voting down anything he submits. So has georedd stopped misleading people to scare them into voting his stories up? No. Apparently he thinks this just confirms that his stories are being voted down by insurance lobbyists. He claims that it's statistically impossible for a submission to have 0 points. That is, the same number of upvotes and downvotes, so they cancel each other out. In fact, stories with 0 points are a frequent occurrence on Reddit, and there's nothing impossible about it. The only thing going on here is that georedd's incessant claims of a Reddit conspiracy against him have bothered so many people that they actually have turned against him. And he doesn't even understand why this is happening. He just tries to portray it as evidence of the conspiracy that exists only in his imagination. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy. And until georedd actually learns to stop doing this, I encourage Reddit users to vote his stories down. It is exploitative and deceptive for him to mislead people like this, and he does not deserve to have his submissions upvoted. Do not fall for his tricks. Don't vote people up just because they claim they've been voted down and silenced. If someone has a story with 6,000 points, it's safe to say they're doing just fine.